So this is the Norman Lindsay Gallery in the Blue Mountains, just outside of Sydney. And it's a wonderful place to visit. And the reason for coming here is it's quite an inspirational spot. I mean, not only was Lindsay himself an inspirational character, but where he built his home, his retreat, has a lot of lessons in it. The surroundings here, the setting itself is a great example of using creative space to your advantage. So let's go have a look. Norman Lindsay was one of Australia's favourite and best loved artists. He was a writer, a painter and a sculptor, and his work is often quite provocative. And his home is now an art gallery under the direction of the Australian National Trust. At the time, a lot of Lindsay's artwork was considered to be quite controversial. You look at it today and it's simply breathtaking. And when you walk around this place, you understand the importance it must have had to him. He built this area, this retreat, if you like, his home, away from the busyness of the city, so that he could be inspired to be more creative. He understood, in essence, that it was important to have a sanctuary so that your creative side could flourish. And I think there's a great lesson in that. So at the moment I'm walking down to Norman Lindsay's pool, which is in the middle of the bush. Check this out. You can imagine what this would have been like at its heyday, can't you? Swimming around in there. It would have been full of water, obviously. Do you remember the movie Sirens? They made a movie about Norman Lindsay. I think it was in the early 90s or the 80s with Elmer Fusen, who incidentally I went to school with, just to boast. You can imagine, can't you, in its heyday, swimming in that. Fantastic. Although someone's graffitied on the wall. It's a bit of a shame. I think I'll go for a dip. And this is Norman Lindsay's painting studio. And it's left almost exactly as it was when he died in 1969. And this place is magic. It just oozes creativity. You can almost imagine Lindsay here writing and painting and being inspired. So much so that it really does inspire you to be creative as well. This has been a fantastic afternoon. I just love this place. So much so that I just don't want to leave, because it's just magic. And that's the point. The Norman Lindsay Gallery for me is a fantastic example of how an environment, of how your surroundings can inspire and influence your creative mindset. And there's a great lesson in that. If we want to tap into our creative sides more, or more importantly, want to help other people do that, then we've got to find ways to create an environment, to surround ourselves in a space that doesn't just encourage creativity, but stimulates it and inspires it as well.